Ah, yes, it's me, the Week Era Grand Slam Trash Talking Ranting Champion, and I'm here with a Get Woke, Go Broke Tennis Edition. Or in this case, Get Woke, then Get Busted for Dope, featuring tennis player Dayana Yastremska, who recently got busted for using a banned substance, which she denied, claiming cross contamination or something. And I discovered something else that happened when I was reading more into the doping story. Back in July, she was under some controversy for posing topless. And I was like, topless? And I got excited for a moment because I thought I was going to see like a nipple or something. But in this photo, she posed topless and she was like in blackface. And now she said that the photo was to show unity and like equality for the Black Lives Matter movement. And she received immediate backlash for this, and she since deleted the photo after people was claiming it was blackface and racist, looking like half black, half white, yin and yang face looking ass. And she said she took this photo to bring unity between black people and white police here in America, I guess. I don't know what she was trying to achieve with taking this photo, but My take about this is this. When I first saw that photo, I wasn't even offended by it. I'm black and I didn't really think nothing about it because I was half expecting her to be in like full blackface, like early 20th century minstrel show blackface or something. And I'm not trying to defend her here, but this is what I see. I see that she's like only 20 years old and she probably doesn't know any better. But I don't think her intentions were meant to come off as racist. To me, this looks like a poorly misguided attempt at trying to bring awareness for social justice for the Black Lives Matter movement agenda, and she failed miserably by doing this with that photo. That's what I think about it. That's what I see. This is a case of when European people living in Europe, Europeans shouldn't be getting involved in American social issues. Unless you're European and you're a true ally for American social issues, then that's completely fine. But this chick, she's European, she's from Ukraine, and from what I read, she still lives in Ukraine. She doesn't even live here in America, so this social justice warrior Black Lives Matter movement BS that's going on here in the United States has nothing to do with her. I understand right now that there's like a civil war going on in Ukraine that I read about like 3 years ago, and apparently this civil war has been going on for like several years now with like nearly 15,000 casualties. So Dana, she should focus on political issues that's going on in her own country and not what's going on here in America. Like, focus on bringing social unity between Ukraine and Russia so they can stop killing each other in that civil war over there. Dana, why don't you bring awareness to that and stay away from American social issues? So it was major controversy with this. So she faced major backlash on Instagram immediately. The fake outraged tennis fans showed up for this because, they always on the lookout. They always fishing, scoping, and looking for something to be outraged and offended by in tennis. Then Naomi Osaka said something. She responded, "Girl, I know you didn't just do blackface." Shut up, Naomi Osaka. I already had it up to here with Naomi Osaka wanting to be a SJW for Black Lives Matter. Naomi Osaka, she is merchandise for Nike. She's a Nike mouthpiece because Nike want to be socially woke. They want to be social justice warriors. So since Naomi is half black and since she's sponsored by Nike, they're paying her, pimping her out to be a spokesperson for this Black Lives Matter narrative movement. And I think it's racist of Naomi to be a part of a racist movement like Black Lives Matter, so she has no room to try to call out anyone. What Naomi Osaka, what she needs to do, she needs to call out her pimp Nike for having a long-standing history of treating female athletes that they sponsor very poorly. So why don't she terminate her multi-millionaire dollar Nike contract and be a SJW against Nike for their poorly treated Nike-sponsored female athletes? Why don't she do that? And be an SJW for Nike's poor treatment of their overseas Chinese workers. Since you're half Asian, why don't you terminate your contract with Nike and be an SJW for them against Nike, Naomi Osaka? And I'm still waiting on her ass to hand over that trophy and prize money to Victoria Azarenka that she won at the US Open because America is such a racist country that she needs to bring social awareness here. But once again, she happily walked her ass across that stage and accepted that trophy and that prize money. So she needs to shut the hell up. Because if Dayana Yastremska, if she was American and if she was sponsored by Nike, Naomi wouldn't be acting offended by that photo. None of the liberal social justice warriors would see anything racist about it because they'd be all cheering, applauding, and praising Dana like, oh, look at her. She's so woke. She's an ally. She's down for the cause. She's an SJW for the Black Lives Matter movement. She's so progressive, showing unity. Oh, applaud her. You see the hypocrisy here? And this is the reason why I stopped buying Nike products, because of pimped out, brainwashed, sponsored Nike SJW athletes like Naomi Osaka. Do you honestly think Naomi had a thought in her own mind to be an SJW for Black Lives Matter? No, she had her daddy, Nike, forcing her out here doing this. But I digress. And with that photo controversy, back in November 2020, she was busted for having a banned illegal substance in her urine sample. So yeah, this is a case when you try to get socially woke, then you go broke. You get busted for using steroids, using a banned substance. And I actually defended this chick in Cincinnati last year in that match against Venus when she rolled her ankle and called that medical timeout, and everybody was accusing her of cheating. And I was watching that match, and she did roll her ankle, so I thought it was a legitimate medical timeout. But in the light of everything that has happened now after getting caught doping, she kind of made me look stupid out there defending her. Like, I feel like I got egg thrown on my face. So I think she deserves all the heat, all the hate, all the dragging and roasting she's getting right now. Because I know those fake, outraged tennis fans are ripping her to shreds in tennis forums all over the internet. And her suspension started at the start of the new season, January the 7th, 2021. But yeah, I must say that, she's like only 20 years old. It's like these Gen Z young women, they want to be a part of something, and they want to be socially prominent and woke with all the current social issues because that's trendy right now. And I understand that. But Dana, she should know her place and stick to what she's good at being and what she's known for. She's known for being an athlete. She's known for playing tennis. Stick to doing that. You see, this is what happens when you try to insert yourself into the social issues and the politics realm that you're not fully knowledgeable in. Play tennis. You're a tennis player. You're an athlete. Be an athlete. Play tennis. This controversy could have all been avoided. Now with her being caught up in this doping scandal, it would have been less embarrassing if she didn't fail at her attempt at being woke. And she fired her coach she was working with, Naomi Osaka's old coach, Sasa Bazan. He's not working with her anymore. They parted ways after her trash 2020 US Open second round loss to American Madison Bringle. Like, who loses to Madison Bringle in second round at a major? No wonder why he left. Which was perfect timing, because I can imagine no coach wants to be involved with a doping scandal, because no coach wants to be attached to a doping athlete. It's not a good look. Dayana Marion Jones Yastremska. Now he's working with Carolina Pliskova, and good luck with her because he's so gonna need it working with her. But this is a case of these athletes, they need to focus on their sports. No one cares about you trying to be woke and trying to be a part of a political social movement. No one cares about that. Play your sport. Focus on that. That's all you need to focus on. You see, once these athletes try to get socially woke, it backfires and ends up blowing up in their faces any way or another, and this is a perfect example of that. And this has been my thoughts on Dayana Yastremska's controversies and doping scandal. And this has been CP, and I'm out!